Hi, this is how to make an easy cat bed. The first thing you do is get two pieces of material. They can be scrap or new, whatever you like. You've got the right sides folded in to each other. And here we go. Now, the longer measurement, it's basically a rectangle. So the longer measurement is about 85 centimetres, and that is 33.5 inches in imperial. And the shorter side is 66 centimetres, which is 26 inches. Now that's approximate. I like a nice big allowance, so you can bring that in as much as you like. Larger, of course, is the larger cat. Smaller, of course, would do smaller cats. Anyway, that's how I start. Next, we'll move that out of the way. Next, I'll make 8 strips, which will be our ribbons to tie each corner. Now, first of all, it's important to iron any of the material that looks like it's going to be creased. So, you need 8 ribbons. So you cut a piece of material of the same, or even you can use ribbon like this one here. So anything you like that's quite strong and can tie well. So you go, it's 35 centimetres long in imperial. That would be 14 inches. Or you can go longer if you like. Now it's 4 centimetres wide to start. Then after you've cut that out, you iron 2 pieces in by about 1 centimetre or 1/4 of an inch. Then you fold that in more and sew it up as I've done here to make it 1 centimetre or 1/2 inch wide all the way along. I've just zigzagged that to close it off so it won't fray. So you make 8 of those. In the case if you want to use certain ribbons, you can use them as wide as they are. I didn't have enough, so I cut a wide ribbon in half. So I'll just show you how to stop that from fraying. A lighter is a good thing to have for that, and I'll just show you how I do it. I take a little bit of the frayed piece off. Makes it easy to burn with a lighter and seal. So this is how I do it. Just a light seal, and the material won't fray anymore. And that's how you get that. So you make 8 ribbons, and it doesn't matter what material they're in. You can contrast it, you can use the same, you can use a different one altogether for any sort of variety you like. Okay, now the next thing you do, once I fold this back out, is you have to cut the edges off. Now along the long edge, the longer edge, you measure in by 20 centimetres, or that's 8 inches. About there. So that's 20 centimetres. And on the shorter edge, you measure 18 centimetres or 7 inches. From there. Yes, we'll take that from there, leaving that edge for sewing. Okay, now you've got that, you draw a line from one edge to the other, and you do that for all of them. Okay, so I'll cut those out and show you what it looks like. Hi, this is stage 2. I have all my ribbons or ties here, and I've got my angles cut off at the sides as explained earlier. Now here comes the part where you have to put the ties in. So first of all you have your 8 ties, and you get one of them, and the idea is to put the ties that you will see on the inside, because when we turn this inside out, those ties will be on the outside. So what we have to do is turn that over, place a tie there, and push the other bit in there. So that's your long end, but the shorter end goes here, and then pin that to the other material too. Then you do that to all sides, and I put it on the side that's going to get the stuffing. This will be actually a little corner that we don't need to fill. So we've got that one inside, and we'll pin that one together. So you do that all the way around to this side. Put the neater end of the tie on the outside, on the inside of this, so when we turn it inside out, it'll be the outer tie. So we put that on the straight side, and pin that. And as I said, you go all the way around with these ties, keeping the long end on the inside part. Okay, I've got one I've done earlier, so I'll show you how it looks when you've completed all of that. Now, here's one I've done earlier, and I've made my own tie. They're the ones that I've made my own ties on. So once they're all secured at the corners, here and here and here, then we proceed to mark out where you have to sew. Now, this is a void area, so these angles can be all sewn up. On these ones, you've noticed that I've put some lines there. This is where the stuffing will go, so we don't want to sew from there to there. Just enough to get your hand in to put the stuffing in. So all round, all 4 edges have to have a space left open for your hand to put all the stuffing in each side. Okay, so I'll sew that up and I'll come back and show you what we do next. Thanks. Hi, now this is stage 3. I've sewn from here right through to those diagonals and right through to here, stopped, so you've got a little space here, a little space here, here and here. So otherwise you sew all the way around to there. That's in order to pull it right side out and then put the stuffing in. Okay, this is one that I did before and I've turned it around and that's how it looks with the ties. Okay, now I've sewn an edge around the outside to keep it flat and stable, but I've ironed this first before I've done all that. And now we're up to the next stage. Now that you have this straight and sewn along those edges on the outside, we start making the bed. So what I've done is take a line, I don't know whether you can see this properly, but we'll try. Take a line from about there, close to your diagonal point. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't know whether you can see that, but that's a line there. And then a line on the other side. From diagonal point or to the ribbon, basically. And then you have to do the same across to the other ribbon, to there. Here. It doesn't have to be perfect, it can be pretty rough. Cats don't care. That's rather out, that doesn't matter. We can just line them up at the end. Okay. And this line here. To there. Now, what you have to do is sew on the outside, now it's outside, right side out, sew a line from there to there, there to there, and then there to there, but one of the sides, in order to put the stuffing in the middle, you've got to not sew, so you can fit your hand in to put the stuffing in. So that's the next stage. Okay? Now for the next stage, I've sewn from each edge across. Doesn't have to be straight. Doesn't really matter because it's stretching material. I've left an opening on each side here for the stuffing, and in the middle square I've sewn it to here, and then I've sewn it to here, so I've got an area in here that I can fill with stuffing. Okay, so I use old pillows, cut them open, and from there I start filling the material to look like a cat bed. So this is what you do. You just fill them up, fill it right to the edges, to the amount of stuffing you want, how soft you want it to be. And that's how you start to fill it up. I obviously didn't leave enough room here for my hand. It's having a bit of trouble, but I can get in there. Okay, so that's basically what you do till you get all of that pillow filled. Thanks.
Okay.
Now, here's the finished product. I've sewn along that little part there after I've stuffed that middle, and I've done the same to all three sides. As you can see, I've sewn them up there, there, there and here. Now you can do that on a machine or by hand if you want, but I do it on a machine because it's quick. And then from there you can just tie it up like so. Like that. Like that. That. And you've got a reversible, washable cat bed. And here's the other one. So you have both finished, and that's what they came out like. Now I'll get my tester. Now this is Jay, and he's going to test the beds. There you go. Which one do you like better? Neither. Okay, I've started a new bed, which I haven't quite finished yet, but I've started to make another one with a purple fleece on the other side. Again, this is flannelette and it's reversible. For the ties, this time the purple material was actually an old pair of track pants, and I cut them up, hence I had to re-sew them on the correct fluffy side, and I found that I could use the seams that I cut off for ties. So that one's going to be stitched across from that edge to that edge to that edge, and so forth until I can stuff that just like you've seen on the other ones. Now, you can have fun with the colours. This is an old pyjama bottom flannelette, and I've cut them out and I'll sew them up so that will go well with this pink material. and I had some leftover ribbon, and I think that would go well as ties on that one. So as I said, have fun with it. Try all sorts of different materials and blankets and what colours you like. See how they turn out. Now I do recommend, I'm using a 90/14 jersey needle for the sewing machine, or stretch could be alright, but I found that the jersey is a ballpoint. So if you can't find jersey, get a ballpoint needle, because that way you won't catch the fabric. Otherwise, I think that's it. Have some fun with it, see how you go. Any questions, just let me know, and I'll try and answer them for you. Thanks, bye.